We were all young once, and whilst the youth of today waste their gaming time on terrible iPad games and mobile apps, I, on the other hand, enjoyed something much more sophisticated. Going to the arcade was an event to cherish, rather than a poorly timed in-app purchase. So join me whilst we go back in time and look at some of the best cabinets the arcade had to offer. Yeah!
Right, so in the last couple of weeks, I have had a fair few people ask me if I'm going to release something Halloween themed on my channel. To be honest with you though, the idea previously never crossed my mind. You may be wondering why, but it's because I bloody hate Halloween. Bah humbug! Whilst Halloween has its roots as a pagan and Christian holiday, modern day Halloween, and I strongly emphasise the words modern Halloween, is just, well, how can I put this? So bloody American. The whole thing just smells so bad to me. It's just a bloody corporate cash-in and just another way to shift as much crap merchandise as possible. That's what American culture seems to revolve around to me. Greed, selfishness, and hard, nasty capitalism. Which to me, again, is fine until it starts encroaching on my own bloody life. A few decades back, the main event celebration at this time of year at home in England was on November 5th, which is Guy Fawkes Night, which is pronounced Guy Fawkes, not Guy Fucks, like how that uneducated moron the angry video game nerd pronounced it. Basically, we just shoot a load of fireworks into the sky on that day and have bonfires and burn effigies of terrorists who tried to blow up the Houses of Parliament. It's all jolly good fun, but to excuse the pun, this celebration is being put on the back burner in the name of the cash-grabbing bastardised American version of Halloween, simply as the shops can make more money from Halloween. How did this nonsense encroach onto our culture, you may ask? Well, this was due to the exact same entity that allegedly caused the American video game crash, E-bloody-T, the extra bloody terrestrial. Basically, if you watch the film, you will see it features loads of scenes set over Halloween. Silly costumes, trick-or-treating, it's all bloody here. So businesses at home saw this movie and thought, this looks like an easy earner, and we have had to put up with crappy Halloween ever bloody since. So basically, my parents never celebrated Halloween, my grandparents never celebrated Halloween, so why should I have to celebrate Halloween? It isn't adopting American culture that bothers me, it is the sneaky, evil, large corporations that are often multinational who are continuously thrusting their corporate cocks all over the place and fertilising countries with their nonsensical corporate holiday balderdash, tricking good citizens into thinking they need to celebrate this rubbish. Thing is, at home, this doesn't just stop with Halloween. Oh no, they have to really milk this crap. For the last few years, we have even been having Black Friday sales. Like, how stupid is that? We are bloody British. We do not have Thanksgiving. Stores do not close over that period. So why are these businesses encouraging us to emulate Black Friday? Tesco's and Co are really trying their hardest to find any balderdash way to make a little bit of extra cash, even if it makes no bloody sense at all. They are even encouraging us to adopt negative traditions, like trying to coax people into stampeding into stores, like those Neanderthals do in the States. It's all bloody ridiculous. Anyway, now I have explained to you why I hate Halloween, let's have a quick look at a Halloween game. Chiller. Before all the Grand Theft Auto controversy, before all the Doom and Mortal Kombat legal battles, there were even more frankly sickening games out there. One of the best examples of this was Chiller. The original version of this game was released in the arcades in 1986 and later ported to the NES in 1990. Today, we are going to be looking at the arcade version of this game. So basically, Chiller is a light gun game, and playing on an arcade cabinet, you get to play with a realistic looking bloody shotgun. Essentially, the game is a Guantanamo Bay simulator. The player takes on the role of a torturer in a first-person perspective, and you must maim, mutilate, and murder as many helpless victims as possible in a variety of different dungeon settings. In this game, very few enemies, if you even want to call them that, are capable of fighting back. The challenge element lies in how quickly the player can kill everyone and how well they can mutilate their corpses after. Apparently, this game sold very poorly in the United States because arcade owners refused to purchase it. However, this hasn't stopped me from finding one today. Something which I find quite amusing is that apparently this game sold really well in the third world. So, let's take a look at what the levels in this game include. Firstly, you have the torture chamber, in which the players shoot at victims restrained in torture devices. You even get extra points for shooting at the top of the guillotine, which cuts off your victims' heads and hands. You can also crush an enemy's head in the head crusher or unearth skeletons walled up in the dungeon. After a while, flies and crows are attracted to all the severed limbs. How delightful. Let's see Christian Grey try some of this. You also have a red room. a rack room, which features similar torture devices to the first level. A standout torture technique in this level is that you can slowly lower and feed one of the victims to a starving alligator swimming in a river of blood. Yeah. There is also a hallway level which is slightly tamer than the other two, in which ghosts travel between doors who you must of course shoot at. This level also features a mummy that comes out of a coffin and a giant severed head which appears to be chasing a lady. The final of 4 main stages is set in a graveyard, which features an open grave leading to bloody hell itself, in which zombies come clamouring out of. There are also bonus rounds throughout the game, in which you can play through in order to help you get the highest score possible. Modern gamers often criticise this game for the senseless violence and of course encouraging the torture and murder of apparently innocent people. But is that really that different to running over pedestrians in GTA 5? Personally, I must say I found this game slightly disturbing, but at the same time it is an extremely satisfying sensory experience mutilating corpses. So, if you fancy trying something different on this joke of a holiday, then find a chiller cabinet. Yeah. Cheerio!